I've seen him lose so many runs to like Ghostly Secret, and then he just kills it even further in Bowser Jr. or Honeyclimb. But when he gets a run going, it can lead to some insane paces, which I've never seen him get before.
Very well. I can't speak for Archer since I've watched him a lot. I've played against him a lot in bingo and stuff. So Archer's movement is often insane. Like there's no. I mean, the only other player that I think of in movement per se is Valu, and then again, Valu usually just discovers strats and puts them to good use. Archer's movement is just insane. He sometimes struggles to, like, sometimes he's pretty different from Sludgy in that he loses time, like, very gradually. Like, he starts losing 4 or 5 seconds each split, and it's just, the run starts going to hell in that way usually when he misses a run, but yeah, it's pretty different runner from Sludgy from what I've heard from you.
Yeah, Hardcore is actually, he was the first person to take a Galaxy record from Valu and Sludgy for like the first time in like 2 years maybe since Kaorea got the record. So it's pretty, and Hardcore's only been running for like a year. So it's pretty nuts how quick he's gotten like this good.
Well, we'll see if it's good enough today. They both gotten decent bunnies. Not incredibly fast, but that will do the job, and they're pretty even at the moment.
Yeah, in their previous race, Hardcore got a 225.41, and Sludgy got a 226.18. Now, that does seem like a pretty big difference, 37 seconds, but that race was actually, like, insanely close, and then Sludgy died on Toy Time Comet, I think, which is probably the biggest choke point in the run, if you're good at drip drop, that is. But yeah, that race was like 2 seconds apart going into that star, and then Sludgy died and Hardcore took the win. It was a pretty crazy race, so let's see if we can, like, we'll either get a repeat of that, or Sludgy will pull out the win.
Well, I mean, this game has produced its fair share of close races, either close to the very end, or way close until somebody makes a huge mistake. Let's not forget, this game is not exactly easy on you if you make a mistake. At least that's the general consensus there. Archer there pulling a fast one.
Yeah, I have mixed feelings about this game for races. On one side, it can be pretty chill for races because it's really consistent in like the first like 40 minutes or something, aside from maybe like Space Junk 1. But that's another problem with this game in races, is that it's so easy to be consistent in this game, at least from what I've seen from many of the top runners. So, like, if you make one giant mistake, the other person's, like, they take the lead forever, pretty much. Like, almost every race I've seen in this game, whoever's in the lead, unless they make a big mistake, they win. Like, it's really interesting how this game works for races. It's not like a game... It's not a game like... What is Hardcore doing? He almost just reset. Okay, well...
Maybe Archer feels like Sludgy needs an advantage. I don't know why he would feel such a way versus the world record holder, but, well... Whatever. Okay.
I honestly would not be surprised if Hardcore was able to catch up after that. But that is still very bad. That's a pretty big time loss right off the bat. Missing that skip is one of the most punishing things, and it's one of the most reset-heavy things in any, like, Mario speed game ever.
Unless you're like me and you're just, who cares, whatever, let's go on with the run, and then you PB by a minute, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Then everybody calls you out for your stupid early game, and you're, okay, whatever. At any rate, that was a pretty huge mistake, but as you mentioned before, I don't really feel that this game is... It's easy to be consistent at this game. It's more like, you make a mistake, oh boy, you just lost 20 seconds for no reason. Apart from you've made a mistake. It's like TikTok clock, but every level is TikTok clock.
Yeah, pretty much.
a bit easier. Maybe every level is get a hand TikTok clock. Like you fall once, you're gonna lose a lot of time, but you're not gonna fall so many times.
Yeah, like this, despite what people may think of this game on like the outside, like, oh, it's so easy, like you can die so many times and still get a good time. You can't, because this is, I think, aside from maybe Galaxy 2, this is probably the most punishing Mario game for dying. Galaxy 2 is more punishing because if you miss a checkpoint, because there's actual checkpoints in that game, you go back to the start of the level. Whereas this game has set checkpoints for like different parts of a galaxy. So if you die, you get put to that part. So it's not as punishing, but it's still really, really rough.
There are some exceptions, like Freeze Flame 2, where if you do the skip, you're not getting the checkpoint, so you're gonna be basically you're gonna go at 20% of the level completed, even if you die at the very end, which is very bad. But yeah, I get what you mean there. Also, worth mentioning, in Galaxy 2, you are oftentimes suspended over the void doing Yoshi flutters more times than not, so that might also be a reason why.
This is why we don't have Galaxy 2 tournaments. Flashback to 2015, we had one, and it did not go very well, let me say that.
Well, also worth mentioning that there's way more Galaxy 1 players active than Galaxy 2.
Yeah, Galaxy 1... like, has just had some, like, this always happens with Galaxy 1. I don't know if you were around when this happened before, but, like, the thing about Galaxy 1 is, like, there are periods of time where nobody's playing it. Like, nobody runs this game. And then, at some random point, usually when the 602 rolls around, it just explodes in popularity. And this is, 2018 is probably one of the best, if not the best year for Galaxy. Like, there are... like, 2015 is up there just because there were so many people running, but there has not been, like, so many good runners or decent to good runners. Like, this year, the top 10 has just been shifting constantly and constantly. I was top 10 when 2018 started, and now I'm, like, 14th place or something.
Let me check on that, actually.
And now... and also...
I've actually bumped you at... I've actually... Bob, do you think, and Gar as well? Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yeah, not just any percent. 120 is also getting pretty active since... Dude,
you're 16th.
Yeah, 16th. Like, I went up 6 places. It's pretty nuts. But, 120 is also becoming pretty active. I think when this year started, Valu and Sludgy were the only people with sub 6 on the 120 Luigi leaderboard. And this year we've seen 2 people get sub 6 in 120 Mario, and now I think 6 people have sub 6 in 120 Luigi.
Oh, let me check on that. I'm not... wait.
If not 5.
At 5. We're 5.
5, okay. Yeah, the entire top 5 is sub 6 in 120 now. That's crazy. So, 2018, definitely one of Galaxy's best years. I'd still say 2015 has an edge over it, just because there were so, like, it was pretty crazy how many people were running that year.
Well, time to get another PB and change your mind then. Maybe we'll see another PB in this race, who knows? It's gonna be pretty hard, but...
Yeah, I think when this tourney started, both of these players had 226 PBs, and now they've brought them down to 224 for Sludgy and almost 224 for Hardcore, so it's pretty good.
If I remember correctly, Archer got the world record as soon like the tournament started, and like
he got
the first race he did. World record. Okay, 225. Okay.
And also, I think most of the top level competition is also thanks to Valu. Because he set, like, Valu always sets the bar high in these games, but he set it really high because he got the first 225, and Hardcore and Sludgy could get the record any day because, like, 225 was, like, free for them at the time. Like, but then he gets 224, and that just, like, scared everybody. Like, everyone was like, no, there's no way anybody's gonna beat this. Hardcore and Sludgy will never catch up, and Sludgy beats it by, like, 9 seconds. So
well, actually, what's worth mentioning that we're coming to a point where the world record isn't going to shift by much, given how consistent is it at the moment. I mean, we're talking less than 2 minutes away from some of best, or just slightly above it on a 2-hour run, 2.5 hour run, almost. So it's freaking insane. Especially considering what was said before, like one mistake and you're losing a lot of time. However, is it me or Archer has just caught up just slightly?
Yeah, a little bit. But Good Egg 2 can change everything. Like it almost just did with Sludgy for that Luma bounce right there. If you get
Luma bounce is pretty lenient. But if you mess the angle... Ooh, Archer's spinning a bit too early there.
Yeah, sometimes your angle on that launch star can just be a little bit off and the gravity pulls you in. And then you have to either just suck it up and talk to the Luma or set up for the Luma bounce again, which obviously setting up for the bounce is probably the best option, unless you're not comfortable with it.
Yeah, setting up with the bounce again should probably save time, unless you actually start talking to the Luma because you land on the Luma's trigger zone, in which case you should just roll with the ball. But I mean, it sucks at any rate. You've just lost 5 to 10 seconds. On the trick is considered pretty easy, so...
Yeah, getting a good time in this game definitely... Like, the big chunk of it is nailing all the tricks, but movement should not be slept on in this game, because I've seen some, like, Valu, obviously, as you said, he comes up with these weird movement, like, optimizations that he, like, never tells anybody about. Everybody's like, how is he getting these times? Like, how do we do this?
Well, not really. He told everybody about the Gold Leaf 1 new routing, only it's too hard to be done in runs. Well, that might be the reason why he told everybody. Which, I mean, it would be fine if it was in the beginning of the run, but it's 2 freaking hours in and nobody wants to do that for a reason. Like, I think the only person that did it was Fire in the IW, which, of course, is way less high stakes. Like, you can do that. If it doesn't work, reset.
Oh, Hardcore getting sucked in by the wrong gravity pull.
And they're still pretty close. I'd say 10 seconds, probably even less in between. Yeah, just... Okay, now it's more than 10 seconds. Oh, no. Archer, what are you doing?
Nice backflip. Again.
Okay, now it's definitely more than 10 seconds.
This is why Luigi... Well, he's not bad when comparing to Mario, obviously, but that's one of his weaknesses. For those who don't know, Luigi... in general, is much better to play as than Mario, unless you just hate going fast, because right off the bat he saves 5 minutes, because you skip a big cutscene at the start, and then he also runs faster and jumps higher, making some skips really easy with him, or just possible with him. And then one downside to him is that his traction is just horrible. Like, he slides when he stops, and he can't accelerate to save his life.
Well, worth mentioning. Ooh, nice first frame jump for Sludgy on entering the level. That's gonna save a bit of time. But it's also worth mentioning that there's a little neat trick that can stop Luigi from sliding. So just push in the direction he's sliding in. Just release the stick to neutral and then push in the direction he's sliding in. Just a single tap. It's gonna stop him. But you cannot do anything about the acceleration, unfortunately. Also, that execution from Sludgy is insane. Jesus.
Yeah, Sludgy has one of the cleanest Honey Hive ones I've ever seen. Like, he just pulls off some ridiculous stuff here.
Yeah, you can tell he certainly puts in the practice.
Does Hardcore have the best terrace time? Do you know?
I think so, and CK has the best terrace time on English, as far as I know.
Alright, Hardcore getting a faster boost on the tree there. That's gonna save him just a little bit of time. Because Sludgy had to, like, let Luigi slow down.
Still, one of the biggest tricks, well, it's kind of the flag bearer of the SMG1 skips. Like, this is one of the skips that you can tell somebody's a good runner when they are pulling this off regularly and they have, like, sub 240. It's pretty nice. It's like, okay, this guy is actually pretty good at the game. It's also very punishing if you don't know how to do the skip. And in the very beginning, when you're learning it, it's always like, oh, come on, you're gonna reset a lot. After a while, it gets better though.
Yeah, I think like halfway through this tournament, when I was still in it, because I dropped out because I didn't want to play this game at the time. But when I was in the tournament, I still did the belly slide method, and then I think when I got shot down the losers by Artemis, I was like, okay, I need to just learn the butt slide strat. And when I was learning it, I was actually getting it pretty consistent. But I think I still did belly slide in races because I was just so scared of messing it up. Because if you mess that up, you can't reset. You lose like, what, 15 seconds or something?
15 to 20 seconds if you land on the platform. 30 seconds if you land down. Well, 25 to 30 seconds if you land back down, which is a lot of time.
Now, what Sludgy just did there is actually what I was talking about. Luigi makes a lot of skips like that much easier because Mario, not only is the camera bad, so that makes it kind of tough with Luigi, like, just because of the camera. As Mario, that's just, like, not even viable because, like, not only does Mario have a lot of trouble getting up on that tree, combine that with a bad camera.
Well, to be fair to the game's camera, you're not supposed to do that, but
No,
I mean...
Stop.
So, I mean, the camera, it's not really the camera's fault, but it doesn't certainly make that more easy, of course. Yeah, Sludgy still pulling off with a decent lead, about 20 seconds. Mostly Arker's fault for making some mistakes. Sludgy's been very clean up until now. And I guess we're over with the hard part of Terrace. There's still a couple neat tricks that need to be done, in particular Mega Leg Skip and the fast third hit here, but I mean, if you're a player at Sludgy or Archer level, the fast hit on Bugaboom is not a problem usually. Watch them both miss it now.
Yeah, Bugaboom, one of those bosses that, like, no matter what strats you do, if you're, like, consistent at them, it's not a very hard boss at all. Like, you can go for, like, the super fast strats and be consistent at those, where there's, like, different, like, strats for any level of player for this boss.
Yeah, there's a strat that I think most of the people use before the first. That's very consistent. Like I've been using that strat for ages. I haven't missed 30 on that boss for like months. Really, it's really very consistent. Also, I was mentioning before. Fun fact: I've never learned Melee Slide.
Nice.
I actually learned Butt Slide, and well, whatever. Just use that.
Well, if you start running with Luigi, then it makes, like, some sense. Unless you, like, really don't trust yourself to do it.
Well...
For the longest time,
Can you actually run Mario on me? Like, that's a thing?
I did one any% Mario run and got a 250, and then I did one 120 Mario run during a 242 and got a 626. Those were in August of last year, and I haven't touched them since. And probably never will.
Omega lol. Understandable, let's have a nice day. And good
really
night.
good Bugaboom.
Yeah, still pretty even at the moment, I would say. Like,
yeah, it's
after Edgar's mistake.
It's Terrorist. It's really hard to make big mistakes here, especially after Honey Hive.
And I know some people that are like, that's not really the case, but I mean, at that level is really not.
Okay, I don't think either of them will risk crashing their game by doing loop-de-loop skip.
No, I don't think anybody will do that.
Yeah, like the only really major thing I can think of in Terrace after this point is like messing up the Mega Leg jump at the start, because Flip Switch is free, and if either of them mess up Flip Switch, that's just like sad.
Must be said, you cannot really mess up, like if you die on Flip Switch, it's a really bad mistake. You can, however, lose 2 to 3 seconds on that star. It's a very technical star, surprisingly difficult. A lot of beginners really don't take flip glitch too seriously, and then you lose 4 or 5 seconds there on a 20-second star, which is a lot, admittedly. So, yeah, it's more difficult than everybody thinks, but I mean, they're not top 3 in the world for no reason, so we would expect a very good execution in that star.
Okay. Let's see. I need to think of a guess for
Sludgy 5685, Hardcore 5677.
I wouldn't be surprised if Sludgy gets a 56. He's like really consistent with 56s. Hardcore, I haven't really watched that much of, just because like I don't really watch Sludgy because he plays Galaxy. I watch him because he's a good streamer. But I think 56-60. Just a random guess. I'm gonna go for it.
Also, I think that Hardcore is going for coinless. Sludgy isn't. Yeah, you. Oh my! You actually get it.
Nice.
Oh boy.
Hardcore, 56-89.
I said 77. Let's see.
Wow.
Oh my! Oh my! Army is on fire tonight, or today, I guess, depending on where you are.
Like when I saw the 56, like I knew it was gonna tick up to the end, so I was just like, okay, this has got to be a 89, and then he gets 0.1 off. I'm sad, or 0.01 off.
Now I must say, Oliver, do you remember the times when 56 in Loop de Loop
56
was like,
was the god time at one point.
Also,
I can barely get 58s.
Yeah, Hardcore gained some time there because he pulled off coinless in Loop de Loop. So actually, even though Sludgy was faster in the race by 0.3, Hardcore got 0.5 advantage. Actually, 0.66 advantage. So
Yeah,
we're talking less than a second stuff.
One cool thing I like about, like, this is just a little like thing I like about in-game time levels and RTA runs. If two people are racing and they're doing like stars, or like in different cases like Odyssey, Bound Bowl, or whatever, if they're doing a level with an in-game timer, you can actually see somebody saving or losing time over somebody. That's just really cool to me for some reason.
Yeah, but as I said, like, if you don't know the inner workings, the fact that there's a coinless thing that saves 0.6 seconds, that timer is gonna tell you wrong stuff, actually, so...
Alright, now Sludgy entering the first Grand Star, or second Grand Star. First boss Grand Star. Mega Leg. Not really too hard of a boss, but the jump at the start can be kind of troubling. This is like the only good thing about Mario, is this jump right here. It's so much easier with him.
Yeah, that's true. Unless you do the other strat, in which case, well, Luigi makes it easier as always.
Yeah, this jump has two different ways of doing it. You can either do it from the starting platform, which they're about to do. For frame perfect jump, I don't know how he does it all the time. It gets a first try. I don't know how these people get frame perfect jumps so consistently.
I think my PB in first frame jumps was like 10 or 11 in a run. I don't know how I got all those. I have no idea. Like, I just started doing one after one. After one. What?
First try for both. That's good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, the other way of doing that jump is to go off of the starting platform and jump off or triple jump off of the cage with the launch star in it, and that still saves a lot of time.
I actually think that's probably... Ooh, Sludgy. That was pretty close shave. It saves, I think, less than a second, or just around a second, let's say, to do it this way, other than over the other way, like over the cage bounce.
Oh yeah, I said
Which,
if you do it off the cage, it still saves a lot of time over.
yeah. It's just that it's way riskier. Like this strat, it's way riskier than the cage bounce. The cage bounce is way more consistent usually. So yeah, we're talking a second of optimization, risking a lot. So
good fight for Sludgy. Hopefully, Hardcore doesn't get a bullet bill to hit that cage in front of the Grand Star, because that can happen if the bullet bills don't like you. But they do like him today.
more than don't like you, they don't like your jump timing, which can be pretty finicky, and the perspective doesn't really help in that case. But I mean, that was pretty clear from both.
Alright, 25 terrorists for both. Pretty good. 25, no big deal.
I mean, yeah, who doesn't get a 25 terrorist these days? Now we're off to the lottery.
The worst star in the game, in my opinion.
No,
wait, that's not an opinion, that's a fact.
That's a wrong fact, because the worst star in the game is Space Junk Comet.
They're literally the exact same.
Yeah. Only you die, only you fall, and you respawn at the beginning of the level instead of the closest respawn point. Yay. We'll see if Archer is gonna try the fantastic strat that I have for saving time in this star. I doubt it, because it's a freaking risky jump that saves half a second, and if you miss it, you die. So I'm not sure he's gonna do that. Probably not. So, Admi, would you explain to the public the inner workings of the skip, or do you let me do the honors?
I'd rather not talk about it.
Okay, you see, Admi still has PTSD from this skip, like everybody in the Galaxy community, because it's largely seen as random. There is technically a way to make it less random, but ultimately the way Luigi turns in the Pulsar is, if not random, not really understood by anybody at the moment. So, what you want to do is do the exact sequence of inputs Sludgy is doing, align yourself, and hope you land on that, which was very close in Sludgy's case. Like, extremely close. And if you fail it, you lose 10 seconds off the bat. There is a setup for a backup strat that works pretty consistently, but sometimes just doesn't, which is bad. So all you can do there to make it more reliable is try to follow the same exact sequence of inputs every single time, which is, of course, not the best reliable thing. There is no setup besides a backup setup. So it's more or less like, hey, you're gonna lose 10 seconds and you can't do shit about it. So, very nice. But that wasn't the case for both of the runners. Sludgy Hop also went very well. And I think you guys need to be a genius to understand why Sludgy Hop is called Sludgy Hop. I mean, the name is really in front of the screen, so props to Sludgy for inventing Sludgy Hop. Or I don't know if he actually theorized it, but I'm sure he actually made the setup for the jump. But I'm not sure if everybody. I mean, I think there was a spider bounce before, right?
I think Sludgy found like the jump itself, like with the gravity stuff, but Artemis found the setup for it that everybody uses.
Oh well. Yeah, I mean, I think the fact that you could skip summoning the toads, or like freeing the toads and summoning Captain Toad was known before, but nobody knew the setup for that, or actually Sludgy thought about it.
I mean, everybody knows that Crystal Jump is the best way of doing it. Shoutouts to Gixo1 for finding Crystal Jump.
Nice meme. Nice me.me. Okay, so after the lottery that is Space Junk 1, more or less, we're off to Space Junk 2, where there's some interesting bit of RNG. Like, one of the few bits of RNG in this game.
What are you talking about? Galaxy has no RNG.
Almost no RNG.
None at all.
Well, technically you can mitigate the RNG by doing a fast
Space
skip.
Junk 1 skip is RNG, by the way. And I never spread false info, so you can take my word for it.
Like, I'm gonna make like an ultimate character. Like, Oddme joins the fight with spreading fake news since 2018.
Well, yeah, we got this week is actually pretty good because we got this race to start it off and then Smash at the end of the week.
That's gonna be pretty hype. Sludgy gets the first hit and the cycle cancel there. Pretty good.
Yeah, definitely don't expect much Galaxy from at least Sludgy after Friday.
Yeah, I heard something about making this stream like all ultimate or something. Like that.
Hopefully he can go out with a bang by winning this race. That's not biased, by the way. I'm saying that from his point of view. I mean, I do want him to win just because it would be a cool comeback from winners finals. But if Hardcore wins, that'd be pretty sick for him to get 2 wins in a row. He didn't drop a single race so far.
Yeah, Hardcore was pretty insane throughout the tournament. Also, gotta mention, we've got an European on the right side of the screen and an American on the left side.
On the left.
And the commentators are in the reverse, but we've still got an European and an American, so unfortunately we don't have much representation from Asia in this game.
Country bias.
Which is like, why would there not be? Well, there's a Mari Shira technically, but he mostly runs ILs, as far as I know, and runs Mario. Like, why would you run Mario, dude?
Yeah, the Japanese Galaxy community doesn't really exist. Like, in terms of the 3D Marios, the Japanese players are definitely more focused on like the faster ones, like 64, Sunshine, and Odyssey. But that just means Western and I guess Europe gets some representation in these games, which is good. Because you never know what Japanese players are capable of. They could take over your game in an instant.
Well, technically, CK is like, he has Chinese ancestry. I don't know if you know that. Probably know that.
All right, both players getting the rolling green skip, not dying.
Yeah, again, 4 seconds saved versus, hey, let's die and lose more than 12 or 15. Alright, 15, I think, because it's 8 for the death.
There is a different version of that skip where you just like jump off the left side of the starting platform, but it's very slow because Luigi just like creeps off of the rail and it's just ridiculously slow.
Yeah, I mean, that's very annoying if you miss it. Like, there is a setup, it's pretty consistent, it's not very hard to get consistent at, but when you miss it, you're like, come on, why?
Yeah, I started doing it maybe like for a good like 2 runs maybe, and I lost 1 run to it, so I stopped doing it.
I think it's one of those things like only F1, where you have to be very consistent at it before you do it in runs. Of course, the big difference is it doesn't save 40 seconds, only 4, so why would you put in the same amount of practice? And then I wouldn't be telling you you're stupid because you're making this question, of course. The answer is you need to save time, of course. I was watching there. Ooh, that was... I thought it was going a bit too far off in front for that skip, but it was well managed from Sludgy. Sludgy hasn't put a foot wrong since the start of the run. It's incredible at the moment.
Shoutouts to that skip. It was found by like 3 different people. Nobody knows.
At the same time.
Some people say Immune Abyss, some people say 360 Chrism. Nobody knows who actually found it. Sludgy going for Battle Rock 1 skip, can't get it. Trying to zip out of the gravity from that saucer, but it doesn't seem to be possible. Maybe one day.
I don't know, I mean, You could technically do what, like Kaizo has shown, you can technically jump off and do slope canceling on the slope down there, but that is hardly faster than doing the auto scroller. I think that could possibly be a way to do it slightly faster, but I mean, the price for that is a dead risk for like 4 days. So if you want to do that, well, you're free to try, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Alright, Sludgy hopefully doesn't do Battle Rock Luigi. Wait.
That's nice meme. Nice meme. I think everybody here at least has done that once. Have you done that on me?
No. That's the one mistake I haven't made in this game. Everything else, like, if you can think of it, I've done it. Probably. Except for... Wait, no, I haven't soft-locked in Toy Time yet.
Neither did I, so...
I think Sludgy has the world record for soft-locking in Toy Time, I think. He's done it like 3 times.
Sludgy goes for pretty insane strats in Toy Time, so... I mean... I'm not gonna say he's actively looking for it, because he needs them to go fast, but... I mean, I think I've seen from him the most insane Toy Time I've ever seen. Like what? It probably wasn't the race versus. I don't remember who it was.
Yeah, I think
it was a race.
I think in one of his old PBs, I think it was like his low 225. Either that or his first 225. Wait, that was his first 225. Never mind. In that PB, he got the frame perfect jump on Toy Time Comet, and he was a cycle ahead of what he usually is.
Which is a cycle ahead of what I'm usually. Nice! Great! Yeah, I hate not being able to play. Sludgy, what are you doing? You already have 16 bits! Nice meme, bro. Also, we gotta just check on the bits that they have at the moment. I'm pretty sure nobody's gonna make a mistake on that side after Sludgy has learned what could have possibly been in the race versus Artemis.
That Sludgy Artemis race was a joy. I commentated that, and that was fun.
I mean, to Sludgy's defense, it was his first run with a new route, wasn't it? First or second, I think.
I think it was his... I think it was his first race with it, but I think he did like 1 run with the new route.
Yeah, I mean, at any rate, he wasn't definitely like used to the route, and that route is likely more more punishing on bits on the first part. But he didn't pay attention to the SAR bits, and well, let's say it wasn't very good. And
yeah, he was short by some amount, and he pulled off some of the weirdest improvisations I've ever seen.
Well, rerouting on the fly is something that's not really unheard of for this game, but it's not definitely pleasant. And I speak from experience.
Alright, Hardcore and Sludgy as well did it. Did some camera manip to make that Luma move to the center, because if something's off screen in this game, it doesn't move. And that's very important in one of the very last stars, which is Drip Drop.
I gotta love the Wii's processing power, don't you?
Yeah.
Well,
never mind. I was gonna say, didn't they fix that in Galaxy 2? But they didn't. That applies to like every 3D Mario.
I mean, the camera is pretty good in this game, gotta mention.
Yeah, this game, like, the camera is just so basic that it works so well. But I think it would only work for this game.
Yeah,
like,
definitely. I mean,
like every 3D Mario camera, like, it works best for that game and that game only.
Unless you're talking 64, in which case I wouldn't say the camera is working.
Cause like C buttons for Sunshine, oh my god, that'd be ridiculous.
Whatever. Let's stop firing shots on other games because it doesn't make really sense.
Oh yeah, now we can fire shots at Galaxy again because Sludgy is doing the best star in the game.
Ooh. Well, guys, if somebody dies in this star at the very end, the other guys has one race. Like with the effective pretty closer. Now you see now Sludgy having to use the setup.
I died here in my race with Shadow Frost, by the way.
Oof.
And I still got a 238, which is very bad, but 3 minutes off PB with the death here is, like, dumb for me, honestly. I should not have gotten that time. Just hope neither of them make the mistake I did, which was go for box jump in this star.
Well, I regularly do that.
Oh my god, Sludgy! He's walking on the edge. That was ridiculous. Okay, neither player having trouble with the skips, which is very nice.
Sludgy pulling off a 301 final star grab. Neither player going for my risky ass jump. Hardcore not going for box jump there. I think there's only 2 people that go for box jump regularly in the community, which is me and Artemis.
I do it as well, but I don't run this game actively, so I don't count.
Well, neither does Artemis to gauge running actively, but if you do that, we can say it's free people, yay.
I think Hardcore saved a bit of time over Sludgy, because he grabbed the star at 301 while Sludgy got the last star at 301. Last silver star.
Yeah, I mean, Sludgy's lead isn't really changing by much.
Yeah, but it's also not too big, so any mistake can give Hardcore a change in lead.
And, I mean, the next 2 levels aren't going to be exactly very punishing. Well, you can lose a lot of time if you miss a cancel in Bowser 1, but it's not really, oh my god, Sludgy's like the first frame jump, dude. Chill out.
I don't know how he does it. He's probably the most consistent at frame-perfect jumps, like, from what I've seen. I wouldn't be surprised if he's the one with the most.
That's the point. Sometimes you just get in groove, and you're, like, chaining them all. Probably Sludgy's just good at getting in that kind of groove. Hardcore not doing the to the moon strat, trying to get the backup, but probably has lost some time there. It's a solid 20 seconds of difference, I would say.
Alright, now, fun fact about this little area Sludgy's in, you actually lose time on 4x... If you run this game in 4x3 for whatever reason, you lose time on this level.
Like me? Yay! Now, would you say, on the inevitable question, why would you even run 4x3? The answer is I ran an old CRT for latency. Now you know.
Balrog 3, not really the most exciting level. Aside from, like, I guess, sniping the top men with star bits.
And getting the good stuff on the opening there. Also, Hardcore is behind. I'm gonna have a reading on how much Hardcore is behind pretty soon, and that is by 27 seconds. Which
not too big. Like if Sludgy messed up Space Junk Comet, like Hardcore probably could have taken the lead just because of how punishing that level is. Like I meme about how much I hate that level, but it is legitimately one of the most punishing levels in the game.
I think that in terms of how much it kills runs, I would say it's, well, between all Galaxy games. Between all Galaxy games, it's up there. Like together with Melty Molten Comet, Perfect Run, and what else? From Galaxy 2. I'm not really very proficient in Galaxy 2, so I can really speak.
Galaxy 2, I'd say really, like, Perfect Run is, like, the only really stressful star in that game. Like, actually, the whole game is stressful, but Perfect Run takes that to, like, the extreme.
Well, I mean, there's like the I don't remember which how it's called, but there's a star where you have to get the top man to the gear mode.
Oh yeah, Space Storm letter. That one's just dumb.
Yeah, it's just that it's not even. There's a safe strat, but the hard and fast strat is insane. Like legitimately insane.
Alright, apparently Sludgy's now behind Hardcore because he's doing this fight again for whatever reason. So Hardcore
reason being the star is so short.
Wait, Hardcore's doing the fight as well. He just killed his lead. What is wrong with you, Hardcore? God. He was ahead by so much, and now he's just gonna do the fight again. So disappointing.
What a mess. After seeing this, I can get the world record myself, free world record. Let me start a run of this game. At any rate, I guess we haven't mentioned that. We haven't mentioned that yet, but I mean, both of the runners are doing the latest route. I think the last runner to do the old route on the tournament was Danny, because he didn't want that route to mess up with himself. So he actually chose to learn the route after the tournament, and they instantly got a PB. So I suppose pushback is OP, as they say.
Doesn't that route not even save like 10 seconds?
Yeah, it doesn't, but for some reason everybody just beats their PB by half a minute while on the first run.
Yeah, Value's first run with that new route was the first 224, which is nutty.
And he also said that didn't look better than usual for him, which I would say, Value, were you onto something when you were playing? Because that run just wasn't freaking insane. Well, always Value.
Sludgy.
Yeah, Sludgy is killing it today. Like,
he got a frame perfect jump here, by the way. Oh, Hardcore dying. Not intentionally dying. That's not where you want.
Oh, that's not good though. Archer, what are you doing? Oof.
Yeah, if your angle is bad there, or you get sucked into the black hole, you just like. What am I trying to say? If you get a bad angle, you still die, but you won't warp to the area with the swamp. Now, that death warp actually doesn't save any time at all, but the cycles that result from it do save time. So, in a sense, it does, but you can still just long jump normally, and you would take equally as long to get there.
HardcoreGaming is but on fire. No big deal, but Sludgy's beginning to get a good hold of this race if things continue going this way.
Yeah, this is definitely a change from their winners finals race. Hardcore doing the jump from the lower platform. Very interesting.
Yeah. In this game, when you start being behind and you know it, you realize it, and you realize you have to take risks if you want to get ahead, which usually just take you even more behind. So I don't want to be in Hardcore situation.
Yeah, does Hardcore, like, is he one of those people that just, like, grinds out runs with, like, the really hard strats, and then when he gets a good run going, it's just insane? Or does he still do some safe stuff? Because it always looked like that to me. Like, he did all of the hardest strats and just wanted to get the best time.
The point is that he's surprisingly consistent at hard strats. Only, as I've said, his consistency is like 95% on everything, but with that everything includes easy stuff. That's the point. Like, sometimes you make some mistakes where you would say, Sludgy wouldn't make that mistake. Sludgy would fail like 3 rounds in a row on something like difficult, like Ghostly S, but Hardcore just gets Ghostly S every single time, but sometimes misses some easy stuff.
Yeah, it is very interesting how top runners' strats change over time, because, like, basically what happened was, at least with Sludgy, this probably happened with Hardcore as well. Sludgy did, like, the same strats for, like, a long time, and then when Value beat his time by such a large amount, that's when he started to, like, really up his game and do strats that I never even thought he would go for.
Well, sometimes you need those strats to get world record. If you're not doing them, you're just impairing yourself, basically. I mean, you can finish tons and tons of runs, but if you're not beating your PB or battering by a lot, it doesn't make sense.
Alright, and now, wait. Yeah. Now they're gonna go into the kitchen, and if this was Mario, they'd be doing the ultimate run killer in all caps, but it's Luigi, so not necessarily an ultimate run killer, but if they get bad tilt, something can go wrong on Beach Bowl 1. Unless they go for waterfall jump, in which case it's free.
Or not. Like, sometimes waterfall jump can go horribly bad, and you're losing even more time. It's hard, but it can happen. But, I mean, who goes for waterfall jump besides Alex? And fire. Waterfall jump is for a wuss. You need to go for the hard strats here. Like, no excuse.
I'd say everything, like, not everything in the kitchen, but at least, like, Beach Bowl 3, or Beach Bowl 3 and Comet, I guess, and onward, is probably the hardest part of the run. At least for me. For some other runners, you can take out Beach Bowl 3, but for me, that string of levels up until the start of Bedroom is probably the hardest part of the run.
I don't know, I would say some people would say engine room is the hardest part of the run. Like,
well, if you're not taking nerves into account.
Okay.
Nerves definitely play a part in engine room at making you play worse.
Yeah, but I mean, I've had a lot of problems with Gold Leaf 2, for instance, for a lot of time. Toy Time is a mess, and it's easy to lose time.
Toy Time is just bad. You can die anywhere in that level, and it's not even your fault. Especially on Comet and Secret. Alright, Hardcore getting it. Nice.
Like, everybody has their own way to do that jump. If they're a seasoned runner, you will see a particular way to do that jump, which works. Sometimes it doesn't, and it's pretty bad, but I mean, everybody has tested the setup for so much time that probably they know what they're doing. At least in the case of these two players. But you're not going for the surface win.
Alright, now right here, this is the most important character in the game. His official name is Coach. It's just Coach.
When he was born, their parents decided they would name that penguin Coach. Like, what the frick?
Coach is just, he's just amazing. Like, asking for a golden shell, like, only he can do that. Ask you that favor, bring him golden shell.
I mean, gold is pretty heavy.
He's the most powerful character in the game, and we just don't know it. Coach will our galaxy.
Well, Archer just got a first range jump, and I think that Coach has stars. Like, Coach really keeps stars in his pocket. Like, excuse me.
Yeah, what would happen if one of those penguins gave Coach the gold shell before you did? Would you not be able to get all 120 stars and save the galaxy? That would all be Coach's fault.
Either that or Coach can take on Bowser all by himself. I think he would be able to do that.
He would beat Bowser pretty easily.
I mean, he's a penguin. If he can swim in lava, he's done. Like, cool. I don't know, that we're gonna have to test that. Imagine a galaxy mod, but you're playing as a penguin.
All right, and now Coach is gone. Oh, actually, he was there in the background, I guess. But for now, we're not going to be talking to him for a while, or ever again, actually.
So you're doing some camera work there. This is totally not obviously leading to a secret star, you know? Sometimes the secret in this game are like, what?
Now we get the Ice Flower, which got heavily nerfed in New Super Mario Bros. Wii.
I mean, it's the best power-up in the game, and it's not like it needed a nerf. Besides the star, of course. I mean, Sludgy there being a fast dude.
Yeah,
what we
good.
would expect.
If there's one star I actually like in Beach Bowl, it's this one. This is one of the most satisfying stars in the game, in my opinion.
It's one of the best stars indeed. Like, it's
Hardcore,
fast
nice
rewards.
camera.
Rewards great execution. It's a fast star. It has some neat tricks to it. I mean, it's got everything. I think that the best star movement-wise in the game is First Time Secret, though.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's my favorite star, for sure.
When you get it right, you're like, oh boy.
Freeze Flame in general is just... Nope, I'm not gonna say it's cool. Do not say it's a cool level.
Because it's also hot, technically. So...
It's a really nice level.
Also, I've never seen the sludgy setup for it. He's doing the triple jump.
Good job, Hardcore.
Arc's getting good there. But I fear that Sludgy's lead is extending. I don't know. Sludgy's... Oh my lord. Is that like a 4th or 5th? I'm starting to lose count of those frame perfect jumps. And these are not like 30 FPS. These are 60 FPS frame perfect jumps. Like... It's
He's
insane.
on some like TTYD stuff right now. Multiple frame perfect stuff going on. Yeah, 60 FPS game. Alright, so one interesting thing about this level, in the part where you do the mansion clip that Sludgy's about to get to as soon as he collects these star chips, Sludgy actually found a little piece of ground that you could stand on, and I think you can actually, like, I'm not sure if you actually succeeded in doing it, but if you backflip at a certain spot in that, I guess, not necessarily out of bounds area, but just a little ledge below the pole stars, you can actually go inside the mansion, but it's ridiculously precise.
I guess Xander wants to take a look at that, then. Oh boy. Oh my... What? Excuse me, Sludgy, what the... Okay.
Yeah, for some reason,
back up. What?
left star is a lot more consistent for him than middle.
You mean that's intentional, or...
Yeah,
whatever?
he always does that.
Okay. Also, Archer there is actually saving a bit of time, I think.
Yeah, that was a really good star chips from Hardcore.
Was very nice. You almost carried the star to the 5th star chip. Like, what? Excuse me, man. What are you on? Archer, you decided to pull off the good game now. Or something like that.
He's just embracing his inner gamer. Both these guys are gamers.
I mean, Archer is not a gamer. He's gaming itself. Like, he's gaming, actually. We're talking I-tier stuff there.
Alright, pretty good ghostly one from both. Now, Sludgy, he actually has enough star bits, oh my god.
Oh lord.
How does he do it? How does he get 40 extra, or 40? 80? I don't know how many he had.
Well, let's wait a second and see how much he's overshooting. 41? What?
How does he do it?
Okay.
How does he get 41 star bits in this video game? It's crazy.
No, okay, but that's actually pretty impressive. I mean, having 41's over. I don't know if he collected bits in another level or something like that, but...
Usually with this starbit route thing that people have been doing, if you get, like, if there's a starbit amount in a level, at least for me, I just get as many starbits as I can without going out of my way for them. Like,
I mean,
like if a level tells you to get, like, if the starbit route says get, like, 20 starbits here, and there's a lot more than 20 in your way, I'm just gonna get all of them.
Well, I have made that, and I can tell you why is that way. Because I wanted to make something that was pretty accessible to new players, like don't seeing like 80 bits. Oh, well, why can I find only 30 or...
That bonk scared me so much.
Yeah, luckily there was some ground.
Is terrifying.
This level is terrifying in general sometimes. If you get your rhythm broken for some reason there, and you do not have like experience in this level, it's terrifying.
Yeah, you are not a galaxy runner until you have died on this level. That's fact.
Also, Admi, have you played Kaizo?
No, because I don't want to hack my Wii U.
Okay,
until I get
understandable,
JP or something.
Understandable, but do you know you have to do this level with the spring mushroom?
That seems hype.
And there's no way to get it off.
Somebody like get me a Wii and a Kaizo, and I wanna try that.
I lost like 30 freaking minutes of my life trying to do it. And I probably was lucky because some people have lost way more.
Yeah, I honestly, when I heard that Kaizo was like actually a thing, I did not expect it to actually like be received as like incredibly hard. I thought it was gonna be like just random changes to levels that aren't even that hard, but
oh, some levels
apparently it is
aren't
like
really
one of the
hard.
hardest hacks of any game.
Some levels aren't really that hard, but some are. Oh boy. Some are really, really bad. Like, not really bad in that they are bad levels, really bad for your mental health, which is kind of the point of Kaizo.
Well, that's that's the point of Kaizo.
Sludgy is ahead on bits, but I think that Archer is actually recovering a bit. I don't know. Probably. What? Sludgy? Okay. That was a weird way to start off the level. But it works, so whatever. Whatever works.
Now, one weird thing about Cosmic Races, there is like a frame-perfect long jump you can do at the start, where you get the boost and you long jump at the same time. It's really weird, but it loses time, unfortunately. Because obviously long jumps are slower than the starting boost.
The starting boost is like fast. Really fast.
Wait, you're telling me getting a boost at the start of a race is fast?
Oh my lord, how could it be? Like, I don't get it. There you can see some of Luigi's slipperiness put to action. I don't even know if slipperiness is a full word, but whatever, doesn't make it less efficient.
Nice, Sludgy getting that strat. Fun, I find it so weird that of all the levels to get a drastic change in like strats or whatever, Good Egg Luigi's one of them. Like, it's so weird that that level got a new strat, and it's much better than the triple jump. Trust me.
I still haven't learned that. Like,
you should. It's a lot easier.
Well, I don't really mind. I mean, I do triple jump spin. I know it loses like half a second or something like that, but my main rationale for not learning that is that, wait a second, why would I learn that strat when there's a lot more stuff and I have to learn and gains way more time?
Why wouldn't you want to go for a perfect Good Egg Luigi? Like, everybody has to do that.
I don't know.
Alright, now Sludgy is entering probably his greatest fear of this run, because apparently he's on really good pace, so hopefully he's not nervous going into these next couple of levels.
Isn't he consistent at Beach Bowl 3?
Yeah, I'm talking about Ghostly Secret and Bowser Jr.
Well, then the douchebag still has Beach Bowl 3 and Comet in between, so we'll still have a little leisurely walk in between insta-kill enemies and stuff before we get to that part. So it's gonna be good.
Alright, Sludgy taking a trip to Super Mario Galaxy 2, going to Stone Cyclone Galaxy, which this game just shamelessly rips off. Feel bad for Nintendo. They got their idea.
It's not like this game was out like 3 years before, of course. OP. Insert OP chain. I want some OP chains in the chat. This kind of deserves it.
Alright, here we go. Hopefully Sludgy gets this. I wouldn't be surprised if he did. Alright, good. I agree with Creepy Gar in the chat. Except Space Junk is the worst level, but this is very close behind.
I don't really mind this level too much, to be honest.
Oh, Hardcore getting hit by the bats.
Oof. It's not really a huge time loss. Like, it's just annoying. Probably just face palming.
And now, that skip that you just saw Sludgy do, he gets to do it again. Hardcore Bonks. Hardcore Bonks, yeah. Definitely change your name to that.
Hardcore Bomb King
if you run
07.
Odyssey.
Hardcore Bomb King 07.
Alright, both first try, 1 out of 2. Hopefully, this is 2 out of 2 for both.
Hardcore is apparently behind his PB. Like, Sludgy is, yeah, Sludgy's on fire. Oh my! Sludgy's on fire tonight. Wow.
Let's just hope he's, like, not watching the stream so we don't just randomly tell him his pace. Because that might make him nervous.
I think he has the splits, and the fact that they're...
Oh.
Like, the fact that they're turquoise means that there's not behind. That's the point. And unless he's running on different splits, he's not behind world record.
He could just be comparing to nothing.
That's also true. I mean, he hasn't made any single big mistake in the game yet, so...
Honestly, if Sludgy's on this good pace and Hardcore isn't super far behind, Hardcore could get maybe like a 224 this run. I have no idea. I think, yeah, he is behind this PB, but I have like no idea what his time saves are, so... Who knows, maybe we'll see 2 224s, or a 223.
If we see a 223 here,
that would be like the best ending to this tournament we could have had.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to simulate a bonk IRL. I'm not even joking. You'll see a bit of me just smashing my head on the wall. I'm gonna do that.
I don't think we should promote that, but okay. Oh god, okay, Sludgy going into one of the scariest stars in the entire run.
Like, easily the hardest, like, I think it's easily the hardest skin in the game. Like...
Yeah. Even if you don't do keyless, which is what Sludgy's doing.
I mean, it does give you a quick... It does give you a slight backup.
God. Sludgy, no! Well...
Oh... Oof. That was going good, but Arkurt's chance to catch up is here, I guess.
Aw. It's always, like... What's worse than missing a skip is getting it immediately after failing it. Like, it's the worst. Because you're just thinking, why couldn't that have happened the first time?
Because reasons, and now we'll see what Arkur does, though. I think Arkur will do one key unless he recently... Yeah, unless he recently changed strats, which he could do and surprise us. Nope, he's going for the safe stuff. Which will cut this time gain a bit.
That's so weird. I've never seen somebody jump off to the side like that.
It's a bit safer, because you have to travel less distance. So you risk not... You're traveling less distance and on the door, instead of traveling outwards and risking not getting jumped before you walk off the ledge. So it's way less riskier, but of course it loses a bit of time. Still.
Oh look, a frame perfect jump by Sludgy.
Yeah, I actually lost count, like... Excuse me.
Oh, getting a coin. Getting a coin in Bubble Breeze is one of the worst feelings. Because you barely lose any time for it, but it's just stupid because, like, it's so easy to avoid the coins.
You're actually losing like 40 frames.
Oh, 40 frames in a Galaxy game.
Probably even less. Yeah, probably less because you have still... I don't know. I would have to check my fantastic spreadsheet for frame data on this game, provided by Yoshi Fan. Like...
Yeah, shoutouts to Yoshi Fan. Obviously not the most active runner, but at the time, he was one of the best, by far, when he was like at his prime in this game. But not only, like, he doesn't actively run the game, like, he doesn't run it, but he does a lot of research for the game, and he's the reason a lot of strats have been found.
Yeah. He has done a lot of research on frame data and stuff, which have been put to good use recently.
Alright, now another pretty scary level for Sludgy, Airship Armada. Let's see if he... I don't know if Hardcore does the value strats on the fight here, but I know Sludgy does.
I think Hardcore does as well. Well, we'll see.
You can't stand on those ships, right? During this auto-scroller.
I think you can stand on some ships, but I think it has been tested with Axe because you cannot really...
I've just always wondered if you could, but I've never bothered to try, because the only time I'm on that auto-scroller is during a run.
SMH not practicing the game. OB.
Practicing Galaxy is it's an interesting one. Because I don't have practice codes.
I think Sludgy, however, hit hit the bullet bill, so you had to get it on a shell. Oh!
Thanks, Kamek.
Oh my lord! Sludgy. Oh my. He powered through, but that wasn't pretty.
Yeah, that was a pretty good, not necessarily like a save, but it was a pretty good adaptation. Oh my god. This is why Koopa shells suck.
Auto-aim my ass. Like, it would be auto-aim if they could properly aim, but they cannot. So
like, green shells are not red shells. Like, they should not be able to home in on random stuff.
Whatever the matter, Archer hasn't got another Kamikoopa, so he saved a little bit of time. Archer definitely catching up in the last phases now. So, Sludgy definitely still ahead, but Archer is not far behind now. He's starting to catch up. Sorry, I'm hungry, F.
Alright, now, instead of going straight to the bedroom, Sludgy will be going to the fountain to do a bit of stars there.
Which you don't know how much of a bane they are for people like me that route the game. You have no idea. Like, that is so bad. I would try to find a way to eliminate that trip, or put it somewhere else, or there's no way that I can think of course.
Yeah, the fountain is always like one of the most awkward parts of the run, because like you unlock the bedroom and then you're just like not even going there.
No, it's not even like that. It's like, how can it be faster to do it? It is. It is. Don't ask me to explain it. It is, and I have no idea why that makes sense, but it does. Rather, I haven't any idea. I know why it makes sense, but I just wish it wouldn't.
Alright, if you guys want to know just how unoptimized Mario is, in Sludgy's Mario any percent PB, which was world record when he got it, he died in Hurry Scurry.
Best gods in the game, by the way.
Seaslide Secret is better. In my IMO opinion.
Nah, SMH my head.
Good Hurry Scurry. That took a lot of time and practice, I would assume.
And skill, of course. Hardcore is 26 seconds behind at the moment. I'm pretty sure he was behind by 40 seconds or something before Goes to Secret and Airship Armada. So Hardcore hanging out with Steve on the run at the race at the moment.
Alright, one of the scariest stars coming up on Sludgy's end.
So Sludgy, please don't do Barrock 1.
I have a feeling we're gonna be holding that to him for a very long time.
You never know.
Because I think he's done it twice, and both times were on record pace. And Valu also has done it, but it was during a 242. in the Luigi portion.
Which is understandable because the 242 is a bad category.
The first 6.5 hours of it are bad. Everything else is fine. Oh, hardcore, that's a very interesting angle. Missed that triple jump.
Well, I think we have a very polarized commentators box because we have some guy that currently is probably the best player in the world for the 602, together with Claire, i.e. with this, and the guy that has run Mario Kart time trials for a lot of his speedrunning career. So, I mean, not exactly the greatest example of long runs and short runs, vice versa. So it stands to reason that I wouldn't love 242 stars. I mean, why would you play the same game twice for 12 hours is beyond me, but, I mean...
Long runs, it really depends on how tolerant of the game you are for a long run to be fun. With this game, at the time when I did my 242, I was fine with it. Like, I was having fun in the Luigi portion, that is. Everything else I wanted to suffer, like I was suffering, essentially, but Galaxy 242 is way more fun than this, trust me.
Yeah, it is. I'll trust you because I want to do one. But I have
Hardcore, can you stop what you're doing?
Can you not die, please, Hardcore? Wouldn't be good for your health. Like, mental,
And he
physical.
almost touched an electric ball again.
Archer is going nuts at the moment. Like, he probably is doing what I just told you before. Like, if you're behind, you cannot afford to not go for risky stuff, even if you're at 1 HP. I mean, Sludgy would have just... Okay, let's take it a bit calm. Let's just not rush it now, because it's not the appropriate moment to do it, whilst Archer has to. And
I don't know why,
be pretty.
I love that movement of going over the rings in the center of the observatory, just because that's something that you, like... When casually playing, like, you can stand on those rings all you want, but you never really think those could be used for speedruns. I don't know why I like that movement so much, but it's just so cool. Because you're, like, taking advantage of observatory, like, properties and stuff.
Yeah, it also helped a lot whilst doing the 120 route. It used that a lot. You do it, like, I think 2 or 3 times. Whilst on the old route, you would do it only once, like reaching bedroom.
Alright, Sludgy going into Gusty Garden. Not the best song in the game.
It's overrated. Fight me.
Buoy Bass and Battle Rock are probably my favorites.
Buoy Bass is the best song in the game. Like, it's no secret by now, given how many races I've commentated.
Okay, hopefully that awkward fluff grabbing did not mess up Sludgy on his height. Oh god, he might get pulled into the wrong planet.
Nah, it's fine.
Okay. If your momentum stops there, you really have to time your next shake. Good timing, I can't talk, I don't know. We have to time it well, or else you'll get pulled in on the wrong planet.
Which is a pain, because you're gonna lose a lot of time.
Alright. Now, Sludgy, please don't mess up the bunny, please.
Wait a second.
Alright, good. Gets it. For some reason, it's very common, especially for me. I think I'm like one of the only people that does this consistently. You can bounce on that bunny when you long jump towards it, and you will just end up like grabbing the grass fence or whatever, and you have to like catch up to the bunny. Hopefully no troubles for Hardcore as Sludgy enters Gusty Garden 2.
Okay.
Oh no, Hardcore.
Okay, sorry for having to go away for some seconds.
Okay, that was a creative bonk.
What have I missed there? Sludgy's timer just died.
He reset his timer. Okay. Their timers were in sync, so that's good. We don't have to worry about it. I mean, it's a shame if he PBs because he won't be able to save his splits, but at least we can tell what time he gets.
Yeah. And you can always, if he cares that much, you can always go back and watch the replay.
Alright, Gusty Garden 2, very... like, one major planet in this star is pretty scary compared to the rest of the level. That's coming up right now.
Yeah, the question mark planet is always a pain. Unfortunately, and it has a lot of useful tech. There is way more than it looks going on when it happens. From the beginning of the planet, you're on a timer and you're trying to maneuver your camera to make some moles move and some others not, which is very annoying sometimes.
Very good from Sludgy.
Yeah, pretty good stuff.
And this planet right here is just kind of there. You can use the pole stars to stop your flight animation. There's a whole bunch of star bits there, but obviously that's slow.
It's not slow, it's really slow, like very slow, so why would you do that?
Hopefully Hardcore gets a good question mark as well. Good so far. Nice.
Looks even a bit faster. Or at least a bit... He was a bit more on the spot with the cycles. I don't know if it was actually faster.
Alright, now this dude is chasing this poor bunny, but for some reason the bunny... Either the bunny is really, really fast, like both of them are incredibly fast and we just don't know it, or the bunny is just teasing the mole and he's really slow.
Which probably the case, like, let's be real. And Sludgy has gained some time, like, definitely.
Like, I don't know why the bunny should be afraid of that mole, because we know how fast bunnies run in this game.
I mean, it's probably something endurance related. I mean, you can run as fast as you want, but if the mole can chase you up forever, the bunny's probably gonna get tired soon.
And also, as you can see by Sludgy's screen, the bunny just jumps on top of that ledge. And, like, the mole can't do anything there.
Well, I mean, that's probably because the mole is not the smartest thing in the world, I would say. Yeah, Archer is definitely behind by 30-odd seconds.
Okay, I think this is actually a really nice strategy from Sludgy here. He reset his timer on purpose so that he can get a time of 000 and get an unbeatable record. So very smart plays from Sludgy, something we don't normally see in a Galaxy game.
Wait a second, but what if somebody set their timer at -1 for the start?
That wouldn't count because the timer hadn't even like gotten to a positive number yet. It has to at least be positive. Because at that point,
so what would you say is that it would like reverse overflow and be counted as 999 hours on speedrun.com?
They could just play the game backwards. That works. I need somebody to make a Galaxy hack now where you start in the final phase of the Bowser 3 fight and you just go all the way back to Gateway. In the any % order.
Why do we have like these stupid ideas for mods and stuff?
Because it's Galaxy and this game is stupid.
Sometimes, yeah, it is.
Alright, good. Gusty Garden Secret from Sludgy. Very hard to mess up that star unless you miss
unless you do what
some question mark coins.
Oh yeah, you mean like really mess up the star. Technically you can still have the backup in the form of Gusty Garden free. So really, it's not a really huge deal.
pretty good from Hardcore as well. Right, now, Gusty Garden 3 is one of my favorite stars, probably, because of just, like, all the different movement on the last planet. It's
Fun
like...
fact, I don't really like that planet.
It's one of the only stars in this galaxy I like.
Just ignoring there the question mark coins. Some people say it's faster, some people say it's not. Like, probably we'll never know.
Yeah, I have no idea if long jumping or taking the rainbow star is faster.
Well, the rainbow star is faster, but of course it takes time to get the coin and the spawn animations. So
right, this planet can be kind of tricky with the gravity, so hopefully nothing bad happens. Alright, nice.
Really nice. Archer gets in the gravity field now. No, Archer, what are you doing?
Oh no. He shook too many times.
Now this skip is pretty annoying if you fail it. It's Luigi only, also we should mention that.
I think the Mario one is harder, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it's just pretty annoying if you fail it. Now what's the... Well, we can still get readings on that, as such as the star grab at 126.14. Archer is... I think the Archer is getting pretty frustrated at the moment. I don't know, it's just...
Well, that's definitely gonna put him at a disadvantage even further if he's frustrated, because I have experience, a lot of it. If you get tilted in this game, you play a lot worse.
Can confirm. Please stand by.
Like, it's also it sucks because it's very hard not to get angry while playing this game. Especially with me, like, I take speedruns, like, not necessarily of this game extremely seriously, but I want to get the best time possible, for me, at least. So if I make one mistake, especially in this game, I just get so pissed.
And we're 46 seconds behind for Archer. Sludgy is starting to look like... Yeah, I'm in the driver's seat now.
You never know. Flashback
you
to
never know.
Final.
When you're in the driver's seat, of course you can always make mistakes, but I mean you have to make those mistakes.
I would definitely say after Ghostly Secret and Bowser Jr., the nerves might not get to him as much. I don't know if he gets nervous during races, but I definitely know he does, like, on good pace. He just doesn't really show it.
Yeah.
So, maybe now that his pace isn't as... like, that pace was pretty nuts going into Ghostly Secret. Maybe now that it's not as good, he won't be as nervous, and he might actually, like, play better and bring it back. Because
so you're implying that he's actually was going slower to go faster?
Yes. Definitely.
Top level strats.
You just... Wait, that could be a strat. You lose time on purpose, and then you just save a bunch of time in the later levels.
I mean, that's why I always PB when I have a shitty gateway. Next level strats there, guys.
I mean, it's very hard to have a good gateway, so...
No, but I mean really bad gateway, like 430 something. Granted, it's on PAL, so...
Alright, my favorite galaxy coming up. Law of Freeze Flame.
Like, everybody's favorite galaxy. I was actually missing the bits there.
Yeah, those star bits are, like, very... Like, you don't really notice them when you start running this game. It's only until, like, later. Like, I thought when I found those star bits and I started using them in 120 runs, I thought I was, like, the only person that did that, and then I saw Valu in Hardcore started doing it.
It's like the Bowser Jr. star bits. I don't know if you know. Like, the fact that you can shoot Bowser Jr.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like some people are like, wait, you can do that? Oh,
Sludgy, before SGDQ this year, he actually did not know you could ice skate backwards. Thanks, Artemis.
you didn't know what?
And he didn't know you could ice skate backwards by holding Z. Oh, he fell.
Cool.
And also, if you see his profile picture on Discord, he also recently discovered the train in Toy Time 1. The tiny train in the hole.
Oh, Sludgy.
Very interesting
yeah, a
fight.
couple of close calls here. Yeah, a couple of very close calls there.
That fight was, that was something.
Well, thankfully made it out, but it might be a slight chance for Archer to catch up. You never know. Archer's move was pretty good.
Yeah, that was a pretty nice freeze flame one so far. Who knows what the boss can do?
Okay. Those jumps weren't looking very particularly good, but...
Alright, freeze flame comet. Very, very simple star. Now, if Sludgy gets the frame perfect jump here, he will trigger the race instantly, so this one actually saves a bit more time over all the other ones.
This is the first frame jump that saves the most time in the game. There's and C-Slide 1. Yeah, C-Slide Comet, sorry.
Oh, he didn't get it.
Well, you're looking very well at the moment. Nice boost there.
Yeah, that boost is kind of neat because you can actually just run right over the gap between the starting platform and that
Which
little
I didn't know up until now. So cool. I really had no idea. That was a very good race from Sludgy.
Yeah, that was good. Wouldn't be surprised if that was a gold. Well, actually, he didn't get the jump, but...
Wouldn't be surprised if he had no timer, so we will never know. Rip.
Who knows? Maybe he has a timer on in the background just for each split.
Well...
Oh,
ooh, Archer.
Cosmic Luigi was actually on screen for a little bit.
Oh my lord. Cosmic Luigi actually going... What? Okay, Archer doing a normal long jump?
Yeah, that one part of the star there, that part always confused me. Even more in Freeze Flame 3, because you can ice skate backwards, even when you're holding forward.
Yeah, it has to do with the way tilt works and gravity and stuff.
Oh,
okay, Sludgy actually spun next to the crystal, but didn't kill the crystal, so, okay.
Yeah, the reason Sludgy just stands still after breaking each crystal is because the star chips take like half a second to actually spawn. So if he passes right through them, he won't collect them. So he needs to hold neutral for a little bit.
Yeah, it's like the star chips are there, but there's no hitbox after a bit.
Just like launch stars in this game, those got fixed in Galaxy 2. Alright, lava boost, gets it, nice. Now he just has to not die. This is what we were talking about at the start of the run, where if you die in, like, this level is one of the most punishing if you go for the lava boost, because if you die here, you go all the way back to the start of the lava section.
Well, not even just with the lava boost, like in general.
Oh, I thought you got a checkpoint if you did the other skip.
No, you don't. You don't, because you don't spawn the stairs.
Oh. Freeze Flame 2 is probably, like, speedrunning wise, Secret is my favorite Freeze Flame star, but casually, this one's probably my favorite. There's just so many different ways you use the Fire Flower, and, like, all the different sculptures rising up is so cool. And I can actually
Grenade
say it's
going
cool
for-
because it's freeze flame too and it's lava.
I don't know what's worse. If you saying it's cool when it's not cool, or when it's cool, actually. Whoa.
I'm not making a pun if they're not in the ice part, so.
Whatever, I guess we'll let this slide. Archer had a weird movement there, but it was looking very good.
That was a really clean start to Freeze Flame 3 from Sludgy. Just immediately jumps over the ring.
It was. Indeed.
Now, this star is interesting because you can actually go on top of the walls on this little planet here, and the gravity is... it's weird. Like, it does not behave normally.
Well, again, you're not supposed to be there, so the game just tries to handle it.
Isn't it like constantly a slope or something when you're up there?
I don't know, I never tried. I know that it does weird stuff. And I know somebody has tried to use that to make the star faster, but nope, doesn't work.
Not gonna lie, that was some hot movement from Sludgy.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Didn't even catch on the pun, wow.
I'm just trying to ignore it, to be honest.
Can you do this planet without the ice flower? I swear I've seen it before, but...
I don't know. I'm gonna have to try that.
Bounce. Totally unfair to that Goomba. He had a life, man.
I don't think anybody gives flying F. Not even Bowser.
I love Goombas. Shut up. Goomba for Smash. If we can get Piranha Plant, we can get Goomba.
3H would have been a better character. Shots of Sakurai.
Alright, Sludgy having one of the best bedrooms I've seen, for sure. This is very, very good. Now he gets to do Freeze Flame Secret, which is the best star in the game.
Indeed. That's
Hardcore
that's really...
also killing the Goomba.
Stop the Goomba cruelty. Donate €5 to speedgaming.com.
We gotta chase this penguin again, unfortunately. In the English version, I don't know if he probably does it in Japanese too, but he calls you an old man. When Mario and Luigi at this point are like, what, 30 years old?
Yeah, it says old man. It doesn't say that in Italian, however. But the Italian translation is questionable at times. I'm not gonna mention that in more depth.
I mean, Mario and Luigi are Italian, so they gotta be nice.
But the Italian translation sucks. I'm not even joking, it just sucks. I don't know why. Probably because localization isn't really the best priority, and you only notice that when you play in English.
Well, Sludgy's gonna go for the long jump strat here.
It's pretty neat. This strat is awesome.
On some occasions, that can actually be more consistent than the slope run, because for some reason, sometimes the Wiimote just likes to drop a shake input when you're going up there and you slide all the way down.
I haven't had that happen in ages. It might be because of Wiimote age and stuff, or something like that. Sludgy's movement is on fire!
Jeez. Wow, of course you had to say that.
It wasn't a pun on me, chill out.
It's Freeze Flame, you gotta make puns everywhere. Oh, if he landed on the star, that would have been so good, but unfortunately he had to jump.
Archer's movement isn't looking bad either, at the moment.
Yeah, even though Sludgy's timer reset, the timers were in sync beforehand, so Sludgy's time at the end will be accurate. Just by looking at Hardcore's timer. And also on SRL, even though that's like, what, a second behind or something. Very nice freeze flame from both players.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think that... I mean, we still had engine room, but Archer needs to get a move and needs to do it fast if he wants to get back into the race.
Well, this level that Sludgy's about to do right now could be his chance.
Is Sludgy not very consistent at it?
Well, I think in most of his PBs, his honey climb has been really, really good, but I don't think he's, like, incredibly consistent. At the last planet, at least. Like,
Last
usually
planet
before
is
every
bad.
attempt, he practices this level.
Okay, so we definitely have something going on there. It's like
I mean, it's a pretty hard level now that we the new tech. The last planet is just it's hell. I hate it.
I don't even do a lot of stuff on last planet, to be honest.
Yeah, I think I do the very first boost, and then I just do it normally from after that.
I do first boost, then normal, then 2 more boosts.
Using those pincers to get a really good boost. I will say, this level definitely makes Honey Climb actually exciting.
Oh, Sludgy, not getting the boost at a good angle there. Prefers to chill out a bit down there. Archer going a bit higher, so you can get some more bits there. Managing his flight meter very well.
Hardcore doing a different version.
And this is the cut. Okay. Okay.
This will be interesting.
Now, that second jump is the reason I don't do it. Because if you fail it, it's bad, like really bad. But the end part was actually better than Sludgy's.
175 star bits with the skip. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I told you he was moving a bit more upwards on the second planet to get the bits there.
Alright, Dark Matter Plant. This is probably the scariest part of Bedroom. Just because it's like as we saw in Sludgy's, I think it was the winners finals. I don't think it was losers. He had a very interesting Dark Matter Plant. He got caught in like 3 different gravity fields.
Lol.
Let's hope it doesn't happen again. God, this movement is so good. That was so smooth.
I'm doing the fastest option there, which is very risky, so the second fastest is going to be good enough. But you wait in now. It's actually faster to wait here and do this.
Oh, he's going for it. Oh. Nice.
Ooh, very close, but very good.
Yeah, the safer version of that strat, even though it is still pretty hard in general, especially if you're starting.
Skipping the pole. Archer skipping the pole. Oh! That was a very early jump.
That spot of Dark Matter is the deadliest one in the entire level. Like, no joke. Just because you can't see it, it blends in with the actual Dark Matter, so you can just like fall in it at a random point. Because it's a giant cube.
You can tell Archer is on his practice though. He knows his backups. That backup was lightning fast, but as the name implies, it's a backup, and you don't do backups unless you're losing time.
Sludgy actually took a hit on the first Bowser hit. So, not the best Dark Matter plan anymore.
Nice skip from Archer's side there, but he's... The music reflects what Archer needs to do now, I think. He's not in a very good spot.
Yeah, he's very far behind. Sludgy, like, we need to get a repeat of their previous race for Hardcore to win, pretty much. Which was Sludgy chokes hard in Engine Room. Oh, Hardcore is like right under Bowser. That was a really good first hit, wow. Good fight from Sludgy, aside from the hit on the first phase.
Well, that might... Archer, what are you doing, Archer?
He's going really close.
Yeah, he's taking risks there.
Probably not too happy with that death in this level, so he's just going all out.
Yeah,
which is what he needs.
Sludgy with a star grab at 1:44.26. We'll see what Archer can do there. probably going to be about a minute behind, which sucks, unfortunately, for him. But yeah, it's not going to be easy to get back after that. No way in hell. To his credit, it's still under a minute, probably. But yeah.
Nice. Speedrun.com is down. Great. Alright, so Sludgy got a 144.35 Dark Matter plant, so Hardcore around 50 seconds behind.
Apparently, Archer has the first. I don't know if Sludgy has that, but Archer has a 221 some of best. Apparently.
That's not surprising. I think Sludgy has like a low 222. I know he once had 222.23. Which, I mean, considering what pace he was on, going into Ghostly Secret, like, that had to be, like, less than a minute off his sob.
That probably was a 223 pace.
And now for probably the most nerve-wracking part. In general, I wouldn't say it's the hardest dome, at least for me, but when you're nervous on good pace, it's devastating.
Hardest dome is Garden, of course. Like,
Garden sucks. Just it sucks.
I mean, what's not to love in 4 levels with the potential to kill your run because you die and you have to do them again? What's not to love? It's not like they're short levels.
The amount of sub-6 paces I had to lose to Garden before finally getting sub-6 was like 5 runs. Sub-6 pace going into Garden, and then it just all fell apart.
Look at those 25 hours of your life gone. Wow. Cool strat from Sludgy there. It's a weird way to do it.
Not doing the new route, really. The one that is stupid hard and doesn't like probably save time.
It saves actually quite a lot of time.
A lot, really?
Like 4 seconds or something like that.
Oh.
However, the problem is that it's stupidly hard and requires a precise as fuck wall kick. So no one's doing that in runs. Unless her name is Valu, in which case probably he's gonna do that because he's Valu, so he can do it.
No, I think even Valu said he wasn't gonna do it in like ever.
No, but I mean when he comes back, because he will come back sometime, he will do it. Like I know for a fact that he will do it probably.
At some point, he's busy with Odyssey right now, which is good. Oh god.
Implying Odyssey is a good game. OP.
Sludgy, no. Missed the bunny for a bit, which is pretty bad.
He still has a solid lead. Archer there, stunning a piranha plant. Still getting bitten. Oof. Archer doesn't need star chips. Like, what are you implying? Archer, what are you doing? Okay, we know for a fact that Archer knows is behind because it is written in the chat. That's no good, unfortunately. He still gets the bunny.
Alright, okay, I think Sludgy is 6 seconds behind this PB. I just checked, but...
It's impressive. It's freaking impressive. All things considered.
Yeah,
I don't know how many
still
times
224 pace, which is nuts. Ending off the tournament with a 224 would be very solid.
I mean, even at 225, like, when the tournament begun...
The record was at 226, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, 2 players that pulling off a 225 in the race, that's insane. Like, that's absolutely out of the money.
Okay, I think Hardcore's... Okay, Hardcore has gotten a 225.40 and a 225.41. this tournament. So I think that is the best race time in this tournament.
Until now.
Yeah, because he got a 227, a 225, and a 220. So.
Hey, Sludgy.
And Sludgy got a
I
227, a 229, a 233, 226, and against Danny he got a 226.
I didn't know somebody else knew about that triple jump in the in Gold League too. Thought I was the only one doing it. Great.
Hardcore.
Yeah, I must be really frustrated right now. I mean, I know what's going on in his mind. Probably it's nothing good. Hope he can get back on the track soon. His time is running out under his legs. Like the actual physical game you have to complete is finishing, so...
Yeah, by the time you get to engine room, like, it's just the part where you, like, just want to finish the run, honestly. Because, like, for most, at least for most of my runs, I go in wanting the PB, but even when I'm on PB pace in engine room, I'm just like, just finish, please.
No,
like,
I don't really feel that way. I don't really feel that way unless my connection is being bad, which has been a lot recently, unfortunately. In that case, I really want to finish the run, but I want the stream to be up when I finish the run, which I could appreciate that.
Good lord, that gold leaf 3.
Gold leaf, yeah, that was pretty fast.
Okay, gets cutscene skip. Never know what can happen with that. Your Wiimote can just like drop a shake and then you trigger the cutscene.
Not only that, but you can start shaking at the wrong time if you use that kind of setup and trigger the cutscene anyways. It's very precise. Like, not really very precise, but you need to get a feel for it. You need to get a good feel for it if you don't want to keep missing that.
IMO Sludgy should sandbag the race and get a 308. Just so he can finally get the 308 he wanted so bad.
Why 308?
Galaxy 2. Last summer he grinded, like, he got a pretty good time in Galaxy 2 any %, but then he kept on going after getting a sub 310, and he wanted a 308 so bad, and he never got it. And it just became a dead meme in his channel.
Sometimes you have to know when you should let go, to be honest. Like, and maybe do some other category.
Gixo1 coming in here, shamelessly promoting another Mario race on Speed Gaming, Super Mario World. Such a shame that the person who... Well, actually, it's no surprise that the person who invented Crystal Jump is coming in here sabotaging the race.
Like, the Crystal Jump is sabotage in on itself, on the community, like... Yeah, Archer's deficit now is like almost a minute. Or almost a minute and 10. So, yeah. Sludgy is definitely in the driver's seat now. We need to see if this challenge is going to reach the finish line ahead or is going to crash on Toy Time, most likely.
Literally crash on Toy Time.
Literally get squashed on Toy Time.
Hardcore playing a banger of a tune with these notes.
That was close shave on the final note, but still very
gets
solid.
A star, jeez. Alright, hopefully Sludgy can get the tree triple jump again, like he did last time. Gets almost every single boost. He still has C-Slide left.
I don't remember how large is the frame window for that. 5. Ooh.
It's pretty lenient. Like, I don't even know how big of a window it is. You just have to press A when it says go.
Frames? This is 5 frames, I think. Which is Probably less lenient than you thought, but still not too bad.
Alright, Sludgy now done with Gold Leaf, and he's going to head off to Toy Time.
Nope, isn't it Sea-Slide in between?
Oh, right, yeah, I do Toy Time first, because it's scary.
I could have rearranged the levels to make it more, but I'm gonna do it next time I make a new route.
I don't think it matters because of comet cycles. It's not really mattering because you haven't opened the galaxy yet, but it's really just preference, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
still do the same
I would put Toy Time first. If I had to, if I'm gonna remake a route, I'm gonna put Toy Time first. Toy Time, Gold Leaf, and Sea-Slide.
Toy Time before Gold Leaf, that's actually interesting. Because I was just about to say, like, you don't really have to make a new route, like, you can just put Toy Time first, but putting it before Gold Leaf would be...
You can. You know what? If I might actually going back to my Excel spreadsheets and start making a new route, why not?
Personally, I think
I need to focus on Galaxy 2. I need to focus on making one for Galaxy 2 because people have been like, well, okay, we can make new route for Galaxy 2. Okay, maybe I can do that.
Wait, people run that
game yet? What?
People run that game still?
Yeah, I mean,
you got Viper, but like, I didn't think people would actually want a new route for that game.
Well, I mean, I didn't think I could. I just started looking into routes, like maybe we can save time somewhere there, and then I discovered something that was, oh my lord, we can save time in Galaxy routing. So, knowing the fact that Galaxy 2 is way less optimized than Galaxy 1,
it definitely.
I think
it definitely seems easier to route Galaxy 2 because once a comet appears, it's there forever.
Yeah, the point is that I think we can make a new route, even just, I think we can find new levels that are faster than other levels in that game. That's how optimized it is, I think. But I would need like a spreadsheet with values, golds, Nemi's golds, and Viper's golds.
Good luck finding Nemi's golds. His stream is, like the VOD for his most recent run is just dead. It's gone.
Oof.
But I think Nemi has like a 257 sob, which is absolutely insane.
Yeah, well, I start learning that game.
It's just he needs to get a run going, and he never does runs. Yeah, back to Galaxy 1. We're in Sea-Slide right now, so that's why we're talking to.
I mean, there's not much to describe in this level, so yeah. It's a comet happening now, so we're talking surface whims, and we all know how whimsical they can be. So, we'll see.
Just hope. The only thing that matters in Sea-Slide is me getting a perfect Sea-Slide to guess again.
Lol.
Alright, Sludgy gets every single Cosmic Luigi boost. Very nice.
And nice surface win there.
Yeah, shoutouts to Yoshi
good.
Fan. I'm surprised we haven't said that at least like 20 times in this race. He actually found that method of surface swimming that Sludgy just did.
You know that when I was playing the game casually, I found it as well. Like,
That's
I actually found that casually. I don't know. That was like, wait, what? Okay.
You can swim on water?
No, you can do that. You can be fast. Oh my god.
Alright, let's see if Hardcore gets the boost. Nice. That boost probably matters like the least out of all of them because you're doing most of the level in the water, so like it really just matters of getting to the water as fast as you can.
Yeah, but you definitely don't want to have like a backflip instead of the boost. That's gonna hurt.
These two already raced in the winners finals, And Hardcore won that race, which meant Sludgy had to race Danny in losers finals, and he beat Danny, so he has to race Hardcore again in grand finals. If Danny won that race, he would be racing Hardcore right now. Because the grand finals is the winner's finalist versus the loser's finalist. Because this is a double elimination.
Yeah, I still don't get why we're not having, like, you know, the reset, but whatever.
I think it's just because, like all three finalists just, like, didn't really care.
Also because challenge is stupid and we didn't have, like, the... I think nobody actually put the option in for oof, Sludgy. Also,
Yeah.
you didn't say again. You didn't get a guess for Sludgy.
Yeah, even if we wanted to have a bracket reset, we couldn't put it in, because once the tournament starts, you can't edit the bracket.
Well, Archer, I would say 47...
I guess 49-23 for Sludgy in my head, and I got it.
Oh, of course. Like, who wouldn't believe that?
Okay, Hardcore box.
Oh. Okay,
50,
we're at 47.
54. 54, 32 for Hardcore.
Oh my.
Oh
my. That does not lose that much time on me.
Okay, well, you know what, Bub? It's a bonk. I'm an Odyssey player, so...
Oh my bonk.
What is he doing?
Oh, what? Oh.
There you go.
Oof, that's definitely rip now. That's definitely rip now.
Oh, gee. Oh, am I about to get the guess? I swear. Come on. Come on, get it. Right now. Come on, please. No! If he got that surface swim, I would have won.
I mean, you still have, because it's closer than mine. 59! Oh my lord. Oh my. I thought Tucker is gonna be happy with that. Nope,
Now we're in
cycle,
which is bad.
Yeah, but I think Sludgy's league is getting pretty big
actually,
at this point.
Actually, I was gonna say something because, like, Sludgy found the train here. I was gonna say, Sludgy, show off the mini train, but I can't because of delay, so he's probably past there already. Oh, nice, okay. And I don't think Sludgy's ahead far enough to be able to show off the train anyway, because it's really out of your way. Yeah, on this planet here, if you go up to the side, those blocks that Sludgy's gonna skip, there's a little alcove inside them, and there's a little mini train, which is really cool.
Some Easter eggs there. Sludgy not doing the little movement stuff thing that I do. Well, of course, it's pretty cancerous, but it saves half a second. I love finding stuff that saves half a second and it's very hard. Well, not really very hard, it's just weird to do.
Alright, now Sludgy going into one of the biggest choke points of the run. That isn't Toy Time Secret or Comment.
TT1 skip. Oof.
Armpit skip. Gosh. Oh.
And
what is he doing? You could have made that, but decided to do an extra one.
Well, safety in numbers there, I guess. Can't be wrong with wall kicking one more time. Oh wait, you can technically, but...
Very good.
Yeah, pretty clean. Yeah. Oh, Archer doesn't get the wall kick there for some reason. Duo 355. It's not a bad time by any means.
Let's see. I need to check something.
You need to check base?
Yeah. 203. Alright, 203.43, so he's 12 seconds behind. definitely lost a lot of time in engine room.
Yeah, Archer is less than a minute behind still. That surprised me.
I mean, he's been... I mean, I wouldn't say, like, playing out of his mind because of, like, C-Slide, but he's been playing pretty well for most of engine room. He's actually 55 seconds behind.
Yeah, it would seem like Archer's raw speed in the second half of the game is actually better than Sludgy's. Sludgy's just consistent.
Yeah, I think Sludgy did say he has the better early game, but Hardcore has the edge on him in engine room. By far. Alright, here we go. Hopefully, no chokes. Sludgy makes it out of here alive. This is basically his race.
Don't forget the big killer. The eel fun.
I mean, can you lose like 55 seconds on Derp Drop? The most I've seen somebody lose is like 40.
Well, of course, but that would put him back into contention, and remember, Bowser Free's a long level. Shit can happen there. Anyways.
Or you can do the Pengu jump on Honey Hive Luigi, and...
Why? Just...
Hey man, it's happened before. Many people have died on that star. Right, very good Toy Time secret from Sludgy. I agree with you. I think Sludgy is the best at this star. Like, for sure.
I mean, when you soft lock 3 times, you play it until you die, and practice how to not soft lock that, so it makes sense. Just like I'm way above average for my level.
Oh, okay.
Archer, what the heck was that? Still standing though, which is good. I feel like I'm better than average in Space Jump 1, just because I grinded so much due to the fact that I was missing Skip a Sludgy Hub.
That was a really smooth panel hit by Hardcore there. Alright, now one really weird thing about Toy Time Comet is these moving platforms that you're seeing Hardcore dodge right now, their hitboxes are bigger, so you can't, like, jump the corner and avoid them without getting hit. Alright, here we go.
In general, the platforms are bigger in Toy Time Comet also, which... I don't know why, but... I mean,
oh my god.
Ooh, Sludgy's there. Still gets pretty
definitely
fast,
not playing risky. This is scary. What's he doing? Oh my god.
Oh lord. Sludgy, calm down, dude. You're in the lead by a lot. You don't need to do stuff like that.
It's insane. Still playing it safe. Definitely does not want to die. Alright, he cannot soft lock, which is good.
I mean, Archer is just starting the level now, so... Let's see, it still has a lot of time, but... This is multi-asset for Archer, provided he doesn't die, of course.
Oh, he keeps bonking there.
Oh, not really bonk. You cannot even bonk there.
Yeah,
like,
he just kind of
Archer, what's Archer doing? Might be getting a little frustrated or whatever.
Both players are just being really weird right now.
Yeah, probably nerves getting to them. Also fatigue. Don't forget, this game is pretty long, even in its shortest category, so fatigue is bound to...
Hardcore riding the platform.
I'm sure that wasn't the plan, but still works, I guess.
Yeah, he can't soft lock. That's good. Dang, I'm just now imagining 2 soft locks in one race, and they have to reschedule.
Hello. What would happen in that scenario? I think Speed Gaming has some set of rules in that case. I mean, we could override that, and they would probably have to replay the match, like.
Yeah, they would have to reschedule it.
But
Which
I
would
don't know if that. I don't know if that's like actually a thing, because I don't know if anybody has ever experienced a double soft lock in this game in a race. I don't think that's ever happened.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's happened in other games though, and they probably would have had to like do it on another day. So it'd probably still apply here. Which would really suck, because like if they don't do it before, like they would have to do it at a time where like they don't want to play Smash. Which I know both of these players have said that they're gonna be spending a lot of time on that game. But Sludgy did say he wouldn't mind taking 2.5 hours to play Galaxy.
Yeah, I mean, Smash is a very interesting game for sure, and yeah, it makes sense. Just the 2.5 hours to play Galaxy isn't that much. I mean,
oh, Sludgy with the 669 star bits. Oh, okay. Wow.
6.
He heard my words and just decided to.
He read your mind, not even your word. He actually read your mind, dude. Like, so fast.
Now, if you could just finally listen to me and get 69 star bits on Bowser 3, his run would actually be valid for once. Because if you don't get 69 star bits on the last level, your run's invalid.
I mean, what the heck? There's still people not doing that? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he just throws away all of them. Sad.
I mean, it's not like you cannot even just use the justification that, oh, wait, it's for 120 purposes because you have to throw. No, you have to get them star bits in 120. So there's like, it's a crime. I should say you should like be on card for a war crime. That's how bad it is not getting 69 bits at the very end of the game.
Do commentators read chat? I don't think they do.
I don't think they do.
I read chat. I just don't respond to many messages. Because this is a Speed Gaming TM stream. And I'm focusing on the game TM.
Well, just explain the soft lock mechanic. You can soft lock there because basically the game, you can be locked in between the platform and basically the pressing. How to call that? You can get locked in between the platform and the pressing and the other platform, the one you have to press.
Sorry
for that, but it's a good try, yeah.
Impossible as Mario. But
the best plumber makes it happen because he's the best plumber. But yeah, you can stop there because you basically are stuck in that state. You cannot die because the game just doesn't hit you. You're not in the hitbox, you're just in the way of the platform. The platform can move. So you're stuck there and you can pause because you're always in the bonk state. So you're soft locking. And yeah, the only way to get off there is to just turn off the game.
Yeah, one interesting thing I actually saw Sludgy do in his race with Danny, since he escaped the underwater section too fast, the torpedo Ted didn't actually hit the weight because it went off camera. So he actually went into first person and looked underwater to make the bullet bill actually move.
Yeah, you can do that. You never seen that, Audrey? I've seen that.
That was the first time I've seen it. Like, I knew what happened, it was just the first time I've seen it happen.
Yeah, time is running out for hardcore there.
For some reason, that pipe sucks you in from no matter where you are, which is very good, because entering a pipe under bad. So it's nice that gives you that little suction.
What you did with a pretty risky hit. It paid off.
Did not do buoy base 1. Good job.
Wait, you can do that?
Sure. You just fall in the water and you swim all the way up to the top.
Lol.
All accidental. Alright. Now Hardcore doing a nice Gearmo bounce. Alright, Sludgy going to D-rip drop. Very funny.
Okay, guys, feel the eels there now, because it's gonna get messy. Ooh, Archer bunking there. The eels aren't exactly very good in this level, so known run killer, especially for inexperienced players. So.
Alright. Big or giant eel outbreak. We get to see Panguru. First we got to see Coach, and now we get to see Panguru.
Panguru is like the man. You can see him. Like, do you realize how manly his beard is? Like, look at that.
Panguru has the best beard.
Best beard in Mario franchise. Fight me.
I mean, what other characters have a beard?
I was just about to say that, but hey. That doesn't subtract anything from the greatness that is Panguru's beard.
Sludgy. Okay. Very good drop. Really close on the last one, but... Alright, now the question is, will Sludgy die on Honey Hive Lore? Let's find out.
Yeah, Archer is definitely like 40-something seconds behind. Still two... I mean... Sludge is a decent buffer. I would be surprised if Archer wins this. But you never know.
Oh, Hardcore miss.
Oh, and...
The shell wouldn't spawn. Pulling out the red shell. Gets the eel. Now he needs to get the next one.
Yeah, gets the air thanks to the level spawn. Yeah, this is, unfortunately, I feel the end. Get it? Feel. Ha ha ha. I'll stop making bad puns now.
Fortunately, Hardcore did find the eel pretty fast.
Yeah, but yeah, that's probably the end for it. Unless Sludgy screws over in an unimaginably bad way in Bowser Free. This is probably Sludgy's race now.
Yeah, Sludgy is on 224 pace, which is pretty nut. No Nut November is over, so...
Is there anybody who actually made it?
Probably not.
So. Probably not.
All the Peanuts companies.
There's actually... I'm gonna ignore that on purpose. And there's actually two kinds of people in the world. People who didn't make the No Nut November and freaking liars. So, keep the advice here.
Sludgy, 0 stars left on the counter, and now he gets to fight Bowser for the 3rd time. Please get 69 star bits, or your run is invalid.
And Archer is crowned the winner of the tournament.
Well, that's if Hardcore gets 69.
He probably will. If he doesn't, I swear I'm just gonna say Danny won the tournament. Because I know for a fact he does.
And before he says in chat that he doesn't. In which case I win.
I don't know. Who's the 4th after? I think Artemis, right? Like,
I have no idea.
I'm gonna check that. 69 viewers through ending.
So,
well,
so if Sludgy wins this, the top 4 will be Sludgy, Hardcore, Danny, and Claire. And then a 5th place tie between TrueGamer and Artemis.
oh, Claire, yeah.
This tournament, I guess, since they're entering the final level now, This tournament, I'd say, went pretty smooth. We didn't have too many forfeits or dropouts. I was one of the dropouts, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, this tournament definitely went a lot smoother than the one we had last year, which definitely did not. Like, there were just so many dropouts in that tournament, just people who didn't want to play the game. But this one definitely made up for that, because 2018, as I said many times, has been a very good year for Galaxy.
Oh, Sludgy is missing early cycle there. He still got. Oh my. Oh my. That was the closest early cycle I've ever seen. Jeez.
Yeah, Sludgy definitely is one of the most consistent people at that early cycle.
You know, just a fun fact, in practice, you can never get early cycle. If you skip the cutscenes. So I was, why am I not getting it? Then I did a run, and I got like instantly, and I was like, wait a second, there must be something wrong here. And so I actually checked, you cannot get early cycle in the practice unless you're like really fast, like probably world record pace fast.
That's probably why I never get it at the end of a 120 run.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point.
Very nice movement from Sludgy so far. Hopefully he doesn't die. Nice, making those bullet bills crash. 224 pace going into Bowser.
And Sludgy, he finally just gets on the dark side, and his target number is something the commentators appreciate very much.
Nice. Can I get a nice in the chat?
Can we get a lot of nice in the chat? Yeah, a lot of nice. True final boss is beaten from Sludgy, and Archer isn't even getting 69 bits. Like, my man Archer.
He has 90,
doing?
So he could like shoot away all of them.
He could like do 96, but I don't know. I wouldn't still call it. Oh wait, he's gonna do Danny movement there. Yup.
Sludgy starting the final battle of the video game. Bowser, once again, who could have guessed?
Like, top 10 anime plot twists. Bowser's the villain. Oh my lord.
Should have been Bowser Jr., honestly. I mean, look at Bowser Jr. He's like a giant compared to Peach. It's ridiculous. Like, Bowser Jr. is a child. Why is he like so much larger than Peach?
I don't know. Somehow Peach is actually his mother, like according to Bowser in Sunshine. I don't know what kind of stupid idea he got, but I mean, if Bowser Jr. is skilled enough to build giant robots, you would say it's smart enough to figure out. Probably Bowser is smart enough to figure out, and you would figure out.
Alright, final phase for Sludgy. Basically a repeat of the previous two fights, but it's only 2 hits.
Also, world record is dead. Might be nice to point it out.
Feels bad. Yeah, this was definitely one of Sludgy's best runs up until Ghostly Secret. If not his best run. Probably was his best pace ever. Hardcore, what, like 4 hits behind?
Yeah, this is definitely the end, unfortunately. And considering Sludgy is gonna spend a lot of time on Smash, I don't know about Hardcore and what he's gonna do.
And
this is kind of
224 for Sludgy.
Yeah, 224. 224, 53 or 54. I'm pretty sure Gars in the chat is gonna say what's gonna be the end time, but oh, I've closed the chat, unfortunately. Rip. But yeah, it's kind of the end of an era, I feel. Like,
Well, I
well,
don't think Sludgy didn't say he's gonna quit Galaxy. He's just gonna play it a lot less. I wouldn't be. He'll probably definitely still play Galaxy a lot.
well, I know it's kind of like when Odyssey got out and everybody focused on Odyssey, but after some time, you naturally just come back to other games. I think that's gonna be the case as well.
Sludgy, there you go. 224.57 with the 69 star bits to end it off. He is your champion of this race.
Style points over 9,000. Hardcore is gonna finish with a 225, maybe. Oh, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be very close. I don't know if he's gonna make it with 225.
And that Sludgy's time is actually a new race world record. 225 flat on SRL, but whatever. Alright, let's see what time Hardcore gets. Yeah, this is probably 226, unfortunately. Sludgy with the victory royale. One last time. 226.02. Hardcore 602. He's doing the 602. Confirmed.
I doubt it.
And Sludgy is your winner. The bracket has ended. That is it for the Super Mario Galaxy Any% Luigi tournament. Your top 5 is TheSludgyGamer, HardcoreGaming, Danny GG, Mutants Abyss, and I Am a True Gamer / Official Artemis 64. Congrats to everybody who participated in this tournament. You all did pretty okay, I guess. Except for me.
Okay. You quitter. Ha ha.
Sludgy at Hardcore. Join for interview.
Still gonna mention that also we're tied on placement. Okay.
Sick. Is that TheSludgyGamer? I think it is.
It is.
And it's HardcoreGaming.
HardcoreGaming.
So, Sludgy, congratulations on your victory for not only this race, but the entire tournament. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Who would have thought the top 2 seeds were first and second place, right?
I know, crazy.
Yeah, Sludgy, that run, that was, like, up until Ghostly Secret, that pace was nutty. Like,
I think I was minus 35 out of Sweet.
Jesus.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah,
and
you were right then. It was 223 pace.
Yeah, for sure.
That would have been, like that would have been probably, like, one of the best Galaxy races, like, ever. Probably the best Galaxy race, if that was ended with a 223.
I mean, this honestly is one of the best ever. I mean, a 226, a low 226 and a high 224 is, like...
That's crazy.
That's pretty good. I mean...
That probably...
Were there any 225s in the tournament?
Hardcore got 2 225s.
Yeah.
I'd say this race was better than Valu getting sub 240 in the Mario tournament.
Years ago.
Yeah, Hardcore, how do you feel about your run overall?
It was pretty bad, I think. I missed cutscene skip and I wanted to reset out of flex, but then I realized I'm in the race. So
Okay, so that's what happened, and we didn't figure that.
Yeah, and then I was playing consistent for a while. I was only +10, very scary. I thought I could simply beat, but then I died in Bowser 2. Ended room was pretty bad, but whatever.
Yeah, that Bowser 2 death was kind of stupid. Just that one block of dark matter is just really annoying because it gets in your way a lot. Yeah,
Well,
congrats on
Archer,
on
just
your
gonna
second
mention
place.
one thing then. Just gonna mention one thing, Archer. You said your engine room was pretty bad, but you were kinda even to Sludgy. Engine room. I think Sludgy made a couple mistakes there as well, but I mean, you look like on the second half of the run, you look like you were having a better raw speed, but Arco Sludgy was just a bit more consistent. I don't know if that's the case. Maybe that's just me.
Yeah, congrats on second place, Hardcore. You did win the winners finals, so you actually, I think. Oh wait, no. I was gonna say you dropped less games than Sludgy did, but you guys are actually tied, in terms of like number of wins and losses.
Now we don't.
Yeah,
have to
this is
play
one of
game.
This is the situation which would require a bracket reset, but I mean, we don't have the tools on the.
I don't think we have the time either.
Who wants to play Galaxy like twice? You know.
I mean, we got and Sludgy. This is gonna be like your send off for Galaxy, right? Because
I'm playing Ultimate on Friday.
yeah, let's just get a Smash Ultimate like World of Light tournament, easy.
Let's do it day one.
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to ask you guys some things. I mean, I know. I mean, I don't know if Archer. I haven't heard that from your side, but I know Sludgy's for a fact is going to play Ultimate a lot. And this is probably going to be kind of the end of an era for Galaxy, with two of you guys going to play off something else, and Valu currently focusing on Odyssey. So probably that 224, 20, what was it, 20? I don't
29.
remember. 24, 29 is going to stand for a while. Unless Cloud Kirby gets crazy and smashes the world record in like 2 months.
Or
Probably
Hardcore.
not going to happen.
Hardcore is very good at the game.
Yeah, but
really?
I mean, Audrey mentioned you wanted to play Smash as well, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
That's
playing
what-
Smash, but I'm not quitting Galaxy.
Yeah, I don't think even Sludgy's gonna quit, but I mean, for sure you guys are gonna focus a lot on Smash, so we'll see that. We'll see on that. It was
K-Ray
definitely
will come back.
nice.
Calling it right now.
KO.
Yoshi fan will come back. Well,
Nectara will come back.
No, please, no. We can't risk somebody actually killing this game.
Nectara's gonna come back with 2P on Wii U Virtual Console.
Oh my god.
Japanese. And he's gonna kill every category.
It's done. We're done.
It's over.
Yeah. Thank you all for watching this tournament. This has been very, very fun. This tournament definitely got drawn out a lot longer than it should have. When did this start? Like 5 months ago?
Only
But,
yeah, I mean,
yeah, it was a fun tournament. The races, everybody cooperated very nice, and very good finals. Wow, I couldn't talk. Very good finals. Very good commentary. Wink. Yeah, thank you, Elias, for commentating with me for this last match.
was a pleasure. Hope it was for you as well.
It was indeed. Yeah, for the future of Galaxy tournaments, I would not be surprised if this is the last one. But I also wouldn't be surprised if it's not the last one, because people always insist on having Galaxy tourneys for whatever reason. Definitely not
I mean,
biased against them or something.
This was a pretty good one. I don't see any reason to not hold one for some time.
There's gonna be another one next year.
Yeah.
We already know it in the back of our minds. It's gonna happen again.
Galaxy 3 tourney, let's make it happen.
Let's do it.
Okay, yeah. I've been Oddme. Follow Sludgy, Hardcore, Elias, and me all on Twitch. Nice shameless plug, idiot. But yeah, I'm gonna be heading out. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Hope you're having
Thanks
a good
for
rest of your day.
commentating. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.